Before we delve into the horror that our family has experienced over the past weeks, we would like to tell you a little bit about our family and Toyah. 23 years ago, I was a lost soul and a single mum to a beautiful 1-year-old girl, our Toyah. I had nobody but Toyah. She was my life, and I was determined to give her the best life possible. Through my work, I met my future husband, Snake. He knew I had Toyah, and this wasn't an issue for him. Our relationship grew, and he and Toyah bonded quickly, and we grew together as a family. I recall Snake staying up sometimes until 2 in the morning, watching Bananas in Pyjamas with Toyah so I could sleep. I knew Snake was my soulmate when we married. I was dressed as a fairy, and so was our flower girl, Toyah. In the years to follow, we had our son, Jack, Toyah's little brother. They absolutely adored each other, and he would get very upset when she left to visit her dad. 2 years later, we had our youngest daughter, Lena. Toyah was over the moon to have a sister. This was our family, and together they grew up in our home. The 3 kids would get up to all sorts of mischief, but it was always fun. Toyah's love of animals became quickly realised when we got our first family pet dog, Tiger. Our 3 kids went to school in Bentley Park. Toyah loved school and formed many lifelong friendships. We regularly had her friends over for swimming and sleepovers. Then came the day for Toyah to leave home. It broke my heart. But Snake reassured me that she would visit often and that we still had 2 kids at home to keep us company. Whenever Toyah would visit, we would always yell, "Toyah's home, Toyah's home." It was exciting for us every time, and the reaction from our pets was priceless. We were extremely proud parents of the beautiful young woman that our Toyah became. We always had lots of fun as a family. Snake and I were always kids at heart. Snake was so proud the day that she added him as her father on her Facebook profile. It was always an exciting event every time Toyah came to visit. Our home would always be a home for her. Now I guess it's time to talk about the nightmare. This family is going through an extremely rough time. On Sunday night, Toyah was reporting as a missing person by her boyfriend. When I found out, I started calling people to get information. Snake was away at work, so Jack and I picked up Toyah's dad, Troy, and we headed to Wangeti Beach. We started our search in pure darkness with our little torches and continued to search as much as we could until light at 5:30 a.m. Eventually I found Toyah's dog Indy, and we kept searching till my phone battery started to go flat, and Jack walked me back to the car. The police and SES had just arrived when we got back. I explained how we found her dog, and Jack went back with a uniformed officer to lead them to where Indy was found. Troy had discovered Toyah not long after Jack had arrived there with the officer. Despite being exhausted, Jack started carrying Troy back to the car park before SES helped him back. Jack needed a short break on the beach. It was a truly heartbreaking moment. The disbelief of everything started, and we spent the rest of our day with police at 2 stations in a state of shock. The next day we returned to the scene and spoke to police. The scale of what was happening was unbelievable. SES divers and police were everywhere. It was surreal, and we could see the main crime scene where our Toyah was. At this point we had many family coming from surrounding area and Victoria, as well as other parts of Australia in our home. The days that followed did not feel real to us. We visited police stations, and there were detectives that would often visit us, keeping us updated. They would also contact us daily. Toyah became the focus of a lot of media attention, and so did our family. Media attempted to contact each of us multiple ways, but we didn't want to talk to anyone. They even came to our home while Snake and I were at the police station. We wanted the focus to remain on Toyah, not us. Eventually came the time for us to think about what we had to do next. We slowly made funeral arrangements, but were unsure of actual date until the coroner released Toyah. There were so many things to talk about, so many decisions to make, and so much to discuss. Our sleeps were short, and we didn't eat much since the day of finding out about what happened to our Toyah. At times our emotions were numb, other times we were a mess. We felt lucky to have found her. We couldn't imagine how it would have felt to never find her, like some families have when they lost their loved ones. Snake, Jack and I made the decision to see Toyah one last time, so I could get some closure saying our final goodbyes. We went together, and we were glad we did, even if it made me more confused and less wanting to accept this reality. The days rolled on, and so did the sleepless nights. It's an emotional roller coaster of grief, hate, anger, and nothingness, feeling hollow, guilt, not knowing how to feel. Telephone calls with people were hard because I'd often end up in tears. I did not know what to say most of the time, or rather, there wasn't much to say. Day of the service was massive for us, seeing so many people who wanted to be there for Toyah. Toyah was a beautiful, loving soul who touched the hearts of everyone she met, including the animals she loved. To have her stolen from us in such a manner breaks our hearts in ways you can't even imagine. Christmas this year will be unbelievably hard without Toyah, and she will never open the presents I already have for her. Christmas was her favourite part of the year. It will be the first occasion of many we have yet to come without her for the rest of our lives. I will miss our special lunch dates at the Lafu Tea House and our mother-daughter days hanging out. We have watched our son carry his sister's coffin, our daughter stand in front of everyone and say her farewell to her big sister. We as her loving parents haven't accepted this horror, but maybe in the coming days when her ashes are home with us, the world for us may start to become a better place. Who knows? We would like to thank all our family and friends for their support, and for those who cooked for us. I thank my Uncle Mark, who helped us greatly by overlooking the service and arranging the whole thing with us. I thank the SES, police and detectives involved, especially the detectives who would personally come to our home. Prong, what can we say about your support personally and with the Wangeti Walk and all those who participated? Thank you for your awesome efforts. Dwayne and your crew, an absolutely unbelievable effort. Thank you to the Cotton Club volunteers, the butchers and the supermarkets for donating to the barbecue outside the tattoo shop. Marianne Popovic and her endless face painting and balloon bending, as well as the buckets she has put around to collect in Toyah's honour. I apologise to the people I haven't mentioned, but I'm sure you know who you are. The amount of people willing to put a permanent memory of Toyah on themselves just blows us away. All our friends who helped spread awareness on social media and sent messages of support and love. Even those we don't know personally that may have known Toyah, we thank you. Snake's workmates from up in PNG who did a very special thing. All the people of Cairns and Australia that got involved, your support has been overwhelming and we can't thank you enough. I would like to give my thanks one more time on behalf of my daughter, Lena, my son, Jack, my husband, Snake, and myself, Vanessa, mother of Toyah. There is a goal behind this, though. If there is anyone who is holding back or knows something about this, no matter how small the information may be, we plead with you to come forward, to bring us closer to finding who and why anyone would do this to our Toyah. You can help our broken family by bringing hope and justice for Toyah's senseless death. Life for us will never, ever be the same. A message from Toyah to everyone, especially all the young women in the world. Never give up. Forward information to Crime Stoppers on 1-800-333-000. Thank you.